Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. It's pretty easy to assume the power of generative AI, Gen AI, lies just in the models themselves. We've all played with the chatbots, right? But for enterprise-grade applications, well, the picture is far more intricate, strategic, and frankly, fascinating. Our source material today, a really compelling 2025 white paper from Booz Allen titled Building Enterprise Generative AI Applications, reveals that deploying Gen AI at scale, within an organization, it demands a deep dive into a pretty comprehensive, multi-layered ecosystem.
It's true. I mean, while commercial large language models, LLMs, they offer incredible out-of-the-box capabilities, they aren't inherently enterprise-ready. Not really. This paper doesn't just scratch the surface. It outlines a robust framework
Yeah,
structured around a six-layer technology stack, and it's complemented by these critical operational practices. Our mission today is really to illuminate this complex landscape, giving you the essential insights for deploying Gen AI responsibly and, effectively.
absolutely. We're going far beyond just surface-level discussions. We're exploring everything from the foundational hardware and software
Yeah, the basics.
to the nuances of LLMs, meticulous data management, how intelligent agents can truly operate, and even the user interfaces.
All the layers.
Plus, we'll unpack the crucial cross-cutting practices of LLM operations, or LLM ops, and that vital area of AI governance, risk, and compliance GRC.
Very important stuff.
So consider this your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed on enterprise Gen AI. Let's dig in. So the paper kicks off by asserting that those powerful commercial LLMs aren't automatically enterprise-ready. For a business-savvy audience like ours, what's the most critical distinction the paper draws here? What does that really mean?
Well, the true insight isn't just about adding a security layer to an existing model. It's
Mm.
recognizing that enterprise-ready Gen AI fundamentally shifts from, let's say, general intelligence to mission-critical integration and contextual mastery.
Okay, so less general, more specific.
Exactly. Public models are designed for broad utility. Enterprises, though, they need applications that tightly integrate with their specific knowledge bases, adhere to internal rules, and, seamlessly fit into unique workflows. This demands embedding robust guardrails, think fact-checking, context-aware validations, things to dramatically mitigate risks, like hallucinations.
Right, those hallucinations can be a real problem.
They really can. So this boosts reliability and accuracy. And of course, advanced security measures are completely non-negotiable for safeguarding sensitive data and user privacy right from the start.
And it's not just about accuracy and security, is it? The paper also emphasizes how crucial scalability, predictable performance, and the ability to customize solutions are.
Definitely.
And all without getting locked into a single vendor's technology, which is a big one.
Exactly. For critical missions, organizations need Gen AI applications that are not only performant, but also highly customizable and configurable to solve very specific problems and deliver measurable impact. This agility, it really pushes for standards-based, open architectures. Think plug and play, right?
Yeah, like Lego blocks.
Sort of. Adoption of best-of-breed components. It's a strategic defense against technology lock-in, which, as you said, is a significant concern for any large organization.
So if you're picturing a Gen AI solution that instinctively understands your company's proprietary jargon, operates within strict regulatory frameworks, and can scale for millions of users
Uh-huh.
without breaking the bank or exposing sensitive data well, that's just a world away from asking a public chatbot to write a poem.
Completely different ballgame.
The stakes are simply different.
Okay, so to achieve this elevated enterprise capability, the Booz Allen paper introduces this comprehensive six-layer Gen AI tech stack architecture. Let's unroll this, maybe starting from the absolute foundation. Right, these six functional layers. You've got infrastructure, platform, the large language model itself, data and data pipeline, capability and agent, and finally the user interface or application layer. They're each critical for ensuring scalability, security, and performance across the whole system.
Okay, let's unpack this from the ground up then, the physical and virtual muscle powering these systems. The infrastructure.
The infrastructure layer is basically the computational bedrock. It's the physical or cloud-based resources handling data storage, processing, AI computations. A robust infrastructure is crucial, really crucial, for efficiently managing massive data sets and complex computations, especially in real-time applications where, minimizing latency is paramount. Enterprises typically weigh three main deployment models here. First, on-premises, where you manage the LMM yourself. This gives you maximum control, which is great for highly regulated industries needing complete compliance oversight.
But I bet it's expensive and slow to set up.
You got it. Significant upfront investment in hardware, high maintenance, and yeah, longer implementation times. Second, cloud-based, but still self-managed LLM. So using platforms like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, this gives you scalable compute resources. Integration complexity is moderate. Cloud providers offer compliance support, but data security is, importantly, a shared responsibility, and costs fluctuate with usage.
Okay, more flexible maybe, but you share the security burden.
Right. And third, cloud-based using a hosted API LLM. Think managed services like OpenAI's GPT or Anthropic's Claude. These offer the fastest deployment because you're using ready-to-use APIs. Minimal configuration.
Sounds easy, but what's the catch?
Well, it can lead to vendor lock-in, and compliance depends heavily on the provider's own certifications. Costs are subscription-based, but they can scale really rapidly with high usage. So that highlights a crucial trade-off between control and agility.
That trade-off is definitely key. Kind of sets the stage for everything that follows,
Yeah,
doesn't
it
it?
really does.
Because even with the perfect infrastructure, you still need the right tools to actually build and deploy these sophisticated models effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us directly to the platform layer.
Right. Precisely. The platform layer provides the software and tools developers need for the entire AI lifecycle. Developing, training, deploying AI models. It's basically the environment where they code, test, and refine AI algorithms, streamlining that path from concept to production.
Okay, layer 3, the LLM layer. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. The cognitive core for most Gen AI applications. But as the paper makes clear, not all LLMs are created equal, and just picking the biggest isn't always the best strategy. Is that fair?
That's absolutely right. LLMs are central, sure, because of their remarkable reasoning abilities and how they generate human-like language. However, they vary dramatically in their capabilities, the data they were trained on, performance, even their commercial usage agreements. And for specific enterprise use cases, sometimes a smaller model that's been fine-tuned on domain-specific data can actually outperform a much larger general-purpose one.
Really? Even a smaller one?
Yeah, especially when you factor in things like compute needs and cost. It's a balance.
So this complexity suggests you might not just pick one model, right? The paper talks about intelligent orchestration. What's that about?
So the surprising truth, perhaps, for enterprise LLMs isn't just about picking one best model. It's more about building a sophisticated orchestration layer. Think of it like a traffic cop, dynamically routing queries across a portfolio of models.
Well, portfolio, okay.
Yeah, each model can be optimized for different tasks or costs or data sensitivities. It's kind of a strategic chess game. The orchestration analyzes incoming requests and routes them to the most appropriate model based on those criteria. And this LLM layer has to be highly adaptive. You need to be able to integrate new models, replace older ones as the technology evolves so quickly.
Which it definitely does.
Right, and that demands a culture of continuous experimentation and evaluation within the organization.
So instead of just choosing the quote-unquote best LLM, it's about building a smart system that manages several, constantly optimizing which model handles which task for the best results, based on criteria like cost, accuracy, or data sensitivity.
You've nailed it. That's the core idea.
Okay, layer 4, data and data pipeline layer, the lifeblood. Now we get to the absolute foundation of any intelligent AI system, the data. The paper is crystal clear, enterprise. Gen AI applications absolutely rely on high-quality, well-structured data.
They do.
Without it, you're just building on sand, right?
Indeed. Robust, diverse, and complete data is paramount for accurate, relevant, coherent outputs. It's not just for the initial model training either. It's equally crucial for fine-tuning models to fit the enterprise context and for real-time model steering, particularly through techniques like retrieval-augmented generation or RAG.
RAG again.
Yeah, and the data pipelines for Gen AI are where raw information gets sculpted for intelligence. This isn't just standard data cleaning, it's a meticulous process. You've got free processing, cleaning data, extracting entities, mapping relations, generating embeddings, then transformation. Things like tokenization, vectorization, metadata enrichment, which is especially vital for RAG, and integration, seamlessly connecting various structured sources like SQL databases with unstructured data like document stores.
Okay, you mentioned RG. Can you quickly explain what that is again and why it's so important for enterprises trying to avoid those embarrassing hallucinations?
Sure. Retrieval Augmented Generation, RG, it's an AI framework that radically enhances LLMs. How?
By retrieving relevant external documents or data in real time. It then intelligently combines this retrieved context with the model's generative capabilities.
The result: far more accurate, grounded, and up-to-date responses. For enterprise search, Q&A, decision support, Argo is really indispensable. It acts like a powerful fact checker, basically preventing the model from generating plausible sounding but incorrect information, those infamous hallucinations we talked about.
Gotcha. So for you listening, this isn't just about having data. It's about meticulously preparing, transforming, and integrating it so your Gen AI can truly be intelligent and reliable, pulling from your company's trusted sources, not just, guessing.
Exactly, grounding it in reality.
Layer 5, agent and capability layer. Moving from chatbots to actual action. We often interact with Gen AI through conversational chatbots, but the paper highlights this much more advanced concept. AI agents that can take meaningful multi-step action. This could potentially transform how we automate things.
Precisely. Agents allow applications to operate with varying degrees of autonomy. That could range from offering intelligent suggestions all the way to executing complex workflows independently. Organizations can actually calibrate the level of agency, striking that balance between automation and essential human oversight. The paper outlines what it calls an agentic spectrum, right? Ranging from fixed prompt chaining on one end to fully autonomous AI agents on the other.
And the applications span from automating repetitive tasks to complex decision-making.
Exactly. But there's a but.
Okay, what's the but? I saw a stat in the paper that caught my eye. Current AI agents often underperform humans significantly in real-world scenarios. Like, the Claude AI Agent Computer Interface, ACI, achieves only 14% of human-level performance. Well, that's pretty low.
It is.
It's a stark reminder that we're still quite far from fully autonomous AI bosses, isn't it?
Absolutely. That 14% figure is a really critical piece of context here. It underscores the necessity of a human-in-the-loop approach, HITL. Humans must act as checkpoints, especially for long-horizon or high-stakes tasks. You have to carefully balance reliance on agents against the projected cost and time savings.
So it's not about full replacement just yet.
Not even close in many cases. It's about strategic augmentation.
So for you, the strategic takeaway here is about deploying agents thoughtfully, deciding how much autonomy you're comfortable granting, and always operating with the understanding that human intervention is often still critical, especially for complex or high-stakes tasks.
That's the prudent approach right now, yes.
Okay, layer 6, the UI application layer, how users actually interact. Finally, we arrive at how users actually interact with these sophisticated Gen AI capabilities. The choice of interface isn't just cosmetic, is it? It significantly impacts usability and effectiveness.
Oh, definitely. It's all about designing for impact. The interaction paradigm you choose really determines how seamlessly Gen AI integrates into an organization's daily operations. The paper presents several pretty powerful options. You've got conversational interfaces. Think intelligent chatbots or assistants, great for Q&A, brainstorming, customer support. Then autonomous backend processes, where Gen AI executes multi-step tasks or workflows independently, often without direct user interaction.
Kind of working behind the scenes.
Exactly. Then structured pipelines API integrations. Gen AI acts as a smart component within a larger automated workflow, maybe summarizing documents automatically or generating product descriptions via API calls. Augmenting existing applications. This is a big one. Embedding Gen AI features directly into tools people already use.
Like a summarize button in email.
Perfect example. Or code suggestions in an IDE. It minimizes context switching for the user, which is huge for productivity. And finally, standalone tools. Dedicated applications built for a specific complex Gen AI function, like an advanced research analysis platform.
So many options.
Yeah, and the optimal paradigm always depends on the specific task, the target user's technical proficiency, the required level of control and oversight, and, critically, how well it integrates with existing enterprise systems.
So this means thinking beyond just a chatbot. It's really about envisioning how Gen AI can seamlessly fit into, or maybe even fundamentally transform, your existing workflows to deliver the most value and the most intuitive experience.
That's the goal. Make it work naturally.
Okay, now moving beyond the layers themselves. The paper emphasizes two absolutely critical practices that cut across everything: LLM ops and AI GRC. They're described almost like vertical pillars, ensuring reliability and trustworthiness from the bottom up.
That's a good way to put it. These practices are indeed essential for enabling effective, reliable, and trustworthy performance from enterprise Gen AI systems. They act as continuous cross-cutting capabilities.
Let's dive into LLM ops first. It sounds like machine learning operations, MLOps, but specifically tailored for LLMs. What's fundamentally different when you're dealing with these generative models?
Well, LLMOps definitely adapts MLOps best practices, but it confronts some unique challenges. You're dealing with vast unstructured data sets, the non-deterministic nature of outputs.
Meaning they don't always give the same answer.
Exactly. And highly nuanced quality assessments. It's about automating and managing the entire Gen AI model lifecycle in production. And it really hinges on three critical pillars. First, real-time performance monitoring. This is crucial for operational health. Tracking key metrics like latency, throughput, error rates, resource utilization, including token consumption, which is key for granular cost management. Proactive alerts help detect issues early.
Got to watch those costs.
Absolutely. Second, output quality and drift monitoring. This is vital for GenAI's unique outputs. You need to assess relevance, coherence, factual accuracy, especially detecting those hallucinations.
There they are again.
And safety, things like bias or harmful content. This requires a combination of automated techniques like semantic similarity or toxicity scores coupled with essential human-in-the-loop review.
So humans still have to check the output.
For subjective or high-risk evaluations, absolutely. Because models can experience drift over time, their performance can degrade or change, so continuous scrutiny is paramount. And third, feedback loops and retraining strategy. Continuous improvement relies on robust feedback mechanisms. You gather feedback either explicitly, like user ratings,
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
right, or implicitly by analyzing user interaction patterns. Performance degradation or accumulated feedback then triggers updates that could involve retraining the model, fine-tuning it, or refining the prompts, all managed through automated CI/CD pipelines with rigorous testing and version control.
Wow, okay. So LLMO apps is essentially the comprehensive system for keeping your Gen AI applications effective, reliable, and continuously evolving once they're deployed out there in the wild.
That's a great summary. It's ongoing vigilance.
Okay, now to AI GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. The paper states it's not just a check-the-box exercise, but foundational. Why is it so profoundly crucial for Gen AI?
Well, Gen AI's probabilistic nature, its ability to generate novel content, it introduces unique challenges far beyond traditional software. You're touching upon areas like bias, security, ethics, operational reliability in new ways. GRC is absolutely fundamental to building and maintaining trust. It mitigates significant reputational and financial risks and ensures these powerful technologies deliver value responsibly. It basically covers four key areas. First, bias detection and mitigation. Gen AI models, often trained on vast, often unfiltered internet datasets,
Yeah, the whole
can inherit and amplify societal biases. This can lead to discriminatory outputs. Proactive detection involves auditing training datasets, using quantitative fairness metrics, and rigorous human review. Mitigation requires things like curating balanced datasets, using algorithm bias reduction techniques, meticulous prompt engineering, output filters, and again, continuous monitoring.
So it's an ongoing fight against bias.
It has to be. Second, security vulnerability management. Gen AI systems introduce entirely novel attack surfaces. Key threats include things like prompt injection, where inputs are crafted to bypass controls or reveal sensitive info,
Tricking the AI.
essentially. Or data poisoning, introducing malicious examples into training data, model inversion, inferring sensitive training data from queries, even denial of service attacks using resource-intensive prompts. Mitigating these demands, robust input validation, output filtering, stringent access controls, continuous monitoring, and adversarial red teaming, basically trying to break it yourself.
Sounds intense.
It is. Third, responsible AI, RAI, and ethical guardrails. This means embedding ethical principles throughout the AI lifecycle. Central pillars include transparency, documenting data sources, limitations, explainability or interpretability, providing insights into why an output was produced, accountability, clear ownership, auditing, redress mechanisms, and content safety and fairness, preventing harmful or biased outputs.
Okay, that's a lot to consider ethically.
It is. And finally, fourth, testing, validation, and reliability assurance. Because Gen AI is generative, testing goes far beyond standard QA. You have to verify functional correctness and output quality relevance, coherence, accuracy, brand voice, safety, often combining automated metrics with human evaluation again. You also need to assess performance and scalability under load, test robustness with edge cases and ambiguous inputs, and continuously monitor reliability and consistency over time.
Wow. So for you, the listener, this really drives home that building enterprise Gen AI isn't just a technical challenge. It's fundamentally an ethical and organizational imperative too. It demands a holistic approach to ensure your solutions are not only effective, but also fair, secure, and genuinely trustworthy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Trust is everything here.
Wow, what an incredible journey we've taken from the foundational infrastructure all the way up to intelligent agents, and then covering that continuous monitoring and those absolutely vital ethical guardrails. It's abundantly clear that building enterprise Gen AI applications is far, far more than just plugging into an API.
Oh,
It demands a structured, layered approach with every single component meticulously aligned with your business objectives.
absolutely. I think the paper's overarching message is really that thoughtful design decisions at every level are critical for deploying scalable, secure, high-performing, and crucially, responsible AI. And remember, before even designing an application, organizations must truly understand the business value and the expected return on investment.
Right. Is Gen AI even the right tool for the job?
Exactly. Gen AI isn't always the silver bullet. Sometimes traditional AML or even, non-AI approaches are more appropriate. It's crucial to map Gen AI capabilities to specific business processes and understand how the application fits into the larger enterprise ecosystem. You have to factor in existing security requirements, data sensitivity, regulatory demands, the whole picture.
This deep dive has really shown us that true enterprise Gen AI isn't about replacing human effort outright, is it? It's more about strategically augmenting it, elevating human capabilities.
That seems to be the most effective path, yes.
And that brings us to our final provocative thought for you to ponder. Given the immense complexities of building enterprise Gen AI, the acknowledged limitations of current AI agents, that 14% figure sticks with me, and the undeniable necessity of human oversight. How might your organization rethink the very definition of automation? Could you truly unlock Gen AI's potential by focusing on designing it to augment human intelligence in novel ways, rather than simply trying to replicate or replace human effort? What unexpected benefits might emerge from such a shift in perspective? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We hope this exploration has given you a much clearer roadmap for navigating the exciting, yet definitely challenging world of enterprise generative AI. Hope it was helpful. We'll catch you next time.